Evening, everybody, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for organising this hustings, which are a really important part of the election process where you get to hold us to account, ask us questions and get commitments, and I'm here to listen to you. You might not know much about me, so I'm going to give you a bit of my background and then talk you through what I'd prioritise as the first Green Mayor of London. So public service runs through my family. Both my parents were teachers. This gave me a very strong sense of public duty, of inclusion, and made me value the public sector, which I then spent 10 years of my life working in all across London, in adult social care, public health, and most recently the NHS, where I managed multi-million-pound budgets and deliver projects that addressed health inequalities, making sure that health services are sensitive to London's diversity. During this time, I also worked in Barnet Council, where I worked closely with Jewish care providers and organisations to ensure that Jewish communities were cared for with dignity and supported to live healthy lives. I was elected as a councillor in Hackney with the highest Green vote in London, and I listen to people, I act on what they tell me, and I've got a strong track record of delivering for residents. I've made a difference in Hackney, and I'm ready to do more for London. I love London, but it's a city of contradictions. It's one of the best cities on earth, while some people are having some of the worst times imaginable here. In London today, there are people who are out to work before the sun rises and back after it sets, who are not earning enough to pay their energy bills and put food on the table. Yet in London today, there are also politicians failing to act, landlords getting rich off the back of families struggling to get by, and energy company CEOs fleecing pensioners struggling to keep their homes warm. I want to address this imbalance and make sure this city is one that puts workers and renters first, one that makes sure that we are doing as much as possible to make London more affordable, provide more council housing, so that people can stay in their communities they know and love. London is one of the best cities on earth. Our diversity is our strength. We are a multicultural, welcoming city. But at the same time, people tell me how insecure and unsafe they feel. I'll prioritise police reform. I'll make sure that police are held accountable locally, respect London's diversity. I'll eliminate harm caused by the police and make sure people can report crime to a service they trust. I'll protect and grow services for young people so they have a place to feel safe and thrive. And I will not tolerate anti-Semitism or any hate towards anyone. I also know how strong and resilient our faith communities are, and I want to do everything I can to ease community tensions. I've worked on this as a local councillor. Democracy and sharing power is at the heart of our Green Manifesto. I want to give you more say over your homes, lives and communities. And we have policies to tackle the climate crisis at the heart of everything we do. Across the country, people are voting Green in record numbers. Greens are on the rise in London too. We have been the third party in this city for well over a decade, and support for the Greens is growing. It's time for a Green Mayor. Thank you.